Just discovered that there's this William Tubby, former Brooklyn Public Library branch at 67 Schermerhorn Street in downtown Brooklyn / Brooklyn Heights. 1887 Romanesque revival. Glad it's still here. When you're looking for an individual house designed by one of the Brooklyn School architects, you usually look on a typical brownstone street where every house is beautiful to the one that is different, and that's this one, 674 10th Street, originally owned by John Thatcher and designed by William Tubby, built in 1894. Here's what I'm looking for. William Tubby's firehouse at Wilson Ave and DeKalb Avenue in Bushwick. It's on the National Register of Historic Places. And this is looking up and down Wilson Avenue. So it's a pretty active commercial area. I thought it might be sitting out here in the middle of desolation. And look at the ornamentation on over the main entrance here. This really goes the extra mile. I don't see the National Register plaque. There's an elevated train down there going up to Ridgewood, Queens. All right, let me get a little more info on it. So this is at 179 Wilson Avenue. It's Romanesque revival, built in 1894-95. William Tubby. This is an apartment building designed by William Tubby in 1898, 194 through 198, maybe through 200 Court Street in Boren Hill / Cobble Hill there at the corner of Wyckoff Street. And we'll just walk down here. So all the storefronts are occupied, which is a good thing to see. And we're just south of downtown Brooklyn. Take another look from across the street. It's called the Foster Apartment Building. 194 through 200 Court Street. Renaissance Revival. 1898. William Tubby. So this is the William H. Childs house, designed by William Tubby, 1900 and 1901. It's described as Neo-Jacobean, and William Childs was the inventor of Bon-Ami, like a kitchen cleanser. So this is built with Bon-Ami money, but it's now the Brooklyn Ethical Culture Society's, which was located at the Holborn Mansion next door, and now it's right next door. So I've been by here once when there was a wedding reception, so it's a beautiful place to have that. Right here on Prospect Park West, 53 Prospect Park West. And in another video I did on American presidents who have lived in New York, I talk somewhat about that Barack Obama lived right down the street on the other side of the street in one of those round townhouses here on 2nd Street. Lived there for a couple of months. So let's just look back at the Ethical Culture Society here from 2nd Street. William Tubby, 1900, 1901. Neo-Jacobean. This might be as good an angle as I can get of this building by William Tubby, 1902. Originally the Brooklyn Friends School, and now reportedly it's a regular New York City public school. 112 Schimmerhorn Street in downtown Brooklyn. And it's on the National Register of Historic Places. And it must be for the purpose for which it was built. Because it's a nice building, but I'm not sure that it's worthy of that designation just for its architecture. William Tubby, 1902. On Schimmerhorn Street, just east of Brooklyn Heights. These are garages designed by William Tubby in 1904, and they're now residences. So it's a different style than the late 1800s, definitely. The arches are changing, and maybe these garages used to be horse stables, which is why the doors are so big. So this is on Waverly Avenue, which is a kind of a service street that runs between Clinton and Washington, which has the nice homes on it. And even though these are just stables or garages, look at the detail here, the brick. William Tubby, 1904. This is the Carroll Park branch of the Brooklyn Public Library, designed by William Tubby in 1905. It's in the Carroll Gardens neighborhood, and it looks like, from looking at a couple of the branch libraries, the architects are kind of given a standard floor template, and they can add their own sort of minor flourishes to the design. I was reading one book that spent a whole page on this branch library and how much it added to the neighborhood and helped bring the neighborhood up, but I think the neighborhood's doing quite fine on its own. It looks pretty substantial. Sometimes the branch libraries are the nicest buildings in the neighborhood, and other times they just fit in. And other times I've seen they actually detract. They don't measure up to the surrounding neighborhood. But here's the Carroll Park branch of the Brooklyn Public Library, 1905, William Tubby. I saw this branch library as I was going down another street out of the corner of my eye, And I think it's one of Tubby's branch libraries of the Brooklyn Public Library here on DeKalb, on Bushwick Avenue at DeKalb. Okay, right across the street from where William Tubby designed the William Childs House, 1900 and 901, is this house at 61 Prospect Park West. Actually, I see 63. I don't see the door for 61, but it's described as Italian Provincial Revival, built for Ernest Draper by William Tubby, designed by William Tubby, built in 1910 here on Prospect Park West and 2nd Street in Park Slope, right up the street from where Barack Obama lived for several months back in the day before he met Michelle.